Hello there, I'd love to welcome you to this live stream. It's me. You can call me Luby or Lubasi Trades. Thank you for joining me. Before I go on, I'd love to thank my mentors. Robert Kiyosaki, who wrote the book Rich Dad Poor Dad, Tim Sykes, who wrote the foreword to the book The Penny Stock Course, and finally Matthew Greta, who wrote the book Rocket Stocks, and you can find all their books on Amazon Kindle. I want us just to dive in today on what happened on yesterday's stream. So yesterday's stream, I spoke to you about gold, and this was yesterday when we bought this. I think I bought it on Saturday. Saturday. That's when I bought this position in gold, in Paxos Gold, and as you can see, the gold price has definitely advanced higher. So gold price has definitely advanced higher, and you can see the way the gold price opened today in the market. It opened at 1%. It just completely gapped up, and for me this was something I was not expecting to see, but seeing it right now is really awesome, and it confirms the fact that gold has definitely outperformed Bitcoin. But there is hope, because today I saw a buy signal in Bitcoin, right? So Bitcoin is still in a very much a good buying season. I think that was yesterday. We saw the bounce in Bitcoin. I think that was yesterday. I saw the buy signal in Bitcoin, and we spoke about the dip in Bitcoin right here. And as you can see, the price of Bitcoin has bounced so fast, and it's even crossed its 50-day moving average. So it was below the 50-day moving average, then it just quickly bounced up and then reached that new 50-day moving average high. So Bitcoin is still very much a good buy, and as you can see, there was a bullish candlestick pattern here. This was like a morning star, but then again, the good news is that Bitcoin again is still in a good buying position. Also yesterday I saw another one called Monero. Now Monero has been it has been delisted in some platforms for whatever reason, I'm not sure. Excuse me, but Monero is definitely as well gone up as well in price. So we're also looking up to Monero, which has gone up in price, and you can see these are like the three rising three soldiers. I would not enter Monero right now, but the crypto that I saw just a minute before starting the stream is this one called Prom. And again, as I'm buying these cryptos, I'm not buying with margin. So think of it like I'm not buying with any margin whatsoever. So it's a $10 crypto. Okay, just remove Monero here. Okay, so it's a $10 crypto, and you can see I just saw this one just a minute before starting the stream. Let's see if we can attack Bitcoin on another chart. Let's see. Okay, let's look at the Bitcoin price, because I did see the Bitcoin price rise. Let's see what we have. Yeah, so you can kind of see the Bitcoin price rising from the morning pattern here. Let's see what we can see on the 4-hour chart. So on the 4-hour chart, let's remove the moving averages. Moving averages will confuse you. So you can see this morning star. So after the morning star, it found support on this hammer. It found support on this hammer, and then it connected with a morning star pattern. So this hammer was actually part of a morning star, and then it just started rising. You can see it rallying upwards. So it found a strong support on the hammer here on I think around 110 or 109, and then the price just started rising, and we still have our buy signal, which was valid for about 2 months ago. And so I just want us to attack I want us to attack this one here, because this one is so powerful and so potent. And you can see this is a hammer pattern. On the 4-hour chart, it's showing you a hammer and a hammer pattern again on the daily chart. So that's what makes this move so powerful, for the fact that there are two hammers on the chart, and you can see this crypto is definitely going to go up. So it has appeared with two hammers on the daily chart and the 4-hour chart. So we have two candlestick formations on two time frames, and usually when you have two candlestick formations on two time frames, it's a very good signal. Ideally, that's what you want, you know. Two candlestick patterns onto time frames. Let me just change the title of my stream. Oh my goodness. I don't know, for some reason my stream is not doing too well. But I wanted to mention meanwhile that, you know, gold has been up for about, 2 months straight. And meanwhile, even though Bitcoin crashed, Bitcoin has found, its position. Bitcoin has found its position. So in this video, I really want to talk about the rise of Bitcoin, just to say, come on, what's happening? I want to talk about the rise of Bitcoin in this video, but outside that, I also want to talk about it from the point of technical analysis. Like, it's very important to note that it is possible for two candlestick patterns to appear on two time frames. The rise of Bitcoin. Yeah, that will be the name of the stream. So I'm just making sure I change the stream to the rise of Bitcoin. Yeah. So that's done. Now, it's very important to understand that when you see two candlestick patterns on two different time frames, like in this case, I'm using the 4-hour time frame and the daily time frame, then you have a very clear buy signal. So this with this crypto, you have a candlestick on two time frames, which is the hammer on the daily pattern and the 4-hour pattern. Now let's look at Bitcoin, because Bitcoin is on fire right now. Bitcoin is on fire right now. So this is a morning star pattern, and you can see it has just gapped up above the new high of the previous pattern on the daily chart. So this is a clearly morning star pattern. If you come to the 4-hour chart, then you get to really see exactly what's happening, and then you get to see the rise of Bitcoin, because you can see this was a hammer combined with a morning star pattern, and this is what made Bitcoin, or makes Bitcoin, a very good buy. But still, do not what can I say, do not underestimate the power of gold, right? Because gold as well is still very much outperformed Bitcoin for the past 3 months or something like that. So the gold price action is insane, because I remember I think on the last stream I spoke to you about how we had 2 consecutive morning star patterns, and then boom, it just opens on a Monday with a nice big 1% gap, which is insane. I mean, the bullish pattern on gold is crazy. The bullish pattern on gold is crazy, and then I just feel like there's just this wall between Bitcoin and gold. That's why I'm calling this stream the rise of Bitcoin versus gold. I feel like there's just this war going on, because these are 2 morning star patterns, and with these morning star patterns, you can tell that gold is definitely very, very, very bullish. Again, I'm coming back to this one here. I'm coming back to this one because we had like 2 patterns here. We had the hammer appearing on the 4-hour chart and the daily chart. And when I traded on these, I traded on it without using any margin at $1,000. So I still have a couple. I still have a couple of trades that I did the past few days here, and some are up. Like I think I'm up 17% on this one. I'm up 3% on the Bitcoin trade, and yeah, I'm down I think less than 1%. So these are the results you want. Okay, these are the results you want when on trading. So this is a simulation trading account, and you can see my risk levels and profit levels. So this was my profit level on an $18 crypto. I saw Monero yesterday. In fact, I wanted to stream yesterday after seeing Monero, and then I saw gold as well, and I'm seeing this new crypto. So we're risking less than 1%, which is cool, right? So if you saw my stream 2 days ago, this is the crypto that I saw. Okay, and I made like 17% on it, so most likely you'll make 17% on this. So my case for crypto and for gold and Bitcoin so far has been going good. I think tomorrow that's when we're going to really dive deep into the stock market, because this is a stock market. This is a stock market watch list. Excuse me, I'm so tired. I'm so tired, so forgive me. So by the way, if you are enjoying the stream, please feel free to like and subscribe as well, and leave a comment I want you to know what do you think, which is better, Bitcoin or gold? Which one would you trade? Because I was watching news, I think some days ago, and the guy on the program was saying, like, the young people in America now, they're buying gold now instead of Bitcoin. And I kind of beg to differ. I think Bitcoin is very much still in the race. It's very much still in the race. I mean, look at this rise. Look at this rise. This is insane. Look at this rise. This is like a 4% bounce. It's 4%, while gold at 1%. So I think Bitcoin is definitely still in the race. I saw a buy signal here about 3 months ago, and yeah, Bitcoin is still very much in the race. I think the buy signals, I'd assume to somewhere here. Yeah, that's what it was. So I think Bitcoin is still very much in the race. And you can see this buy signal has been reinforced by these two patterns here. I think this was a hammer on the 4-hour chart, a hammer, and the morning star appeared on the 4-hour chart here, and the morning star appeared here. So Bitcoin is still in the race, and the bounce is awesome. It bounced, even though it did crash back to 103. I don't know how long this crash lasted, but if I had seen it, this was definitely a good buy. And the funny thing about this crash that happened on Friday, I have seen this type of price action before, and it may surprise you to know that this is not the first time Bitcoin has reacted like this. Let's look at what the news is saying. Right now, Bitcoin is on fire. Like, Bitcoin is on fire right now. So you have negative sentiment saying Bitcoin plummets 10% to 102, and Saylor holds 71 billion in BTC. Okay, so I think this news is pointless. It's not making sense. All I can just tell you right now is this is the time to buy Bitcoin. So what I can do is I'm going to exit this position. Okay, now I'm going to enter it while you're watching this on live. Wait, what's happening? Why aren't there any asks? I want to enter this position live. Oh, my bandwidth is not too strong today. So we're going to enter this Bitcoin position live. Let's put some meat on it. So as you can see, the leverage is 1-1. Yeah, the leverage on this position is 1-1. I'm not using any leverage. I'm buying $10,000 worth of Bitcoin. So I'm using a simulation trading account right here, found on TradingView. So I'm buying $10,000 worth of Bitcoin. Okay, so let's see what will happen. So probably on tomorrow's stream we'll see if the price will advance from this position. So I still feel there is a fight between gold and Bitcoin, and it's really up to you which one you prefer. I personally prefer Bitcoin because I love the volatility. The volatility is awesome. If you switch to the 4-hour chart, that's where you will see the rise. Look at this beautiful rise. Now the difference between the rise of Bitcoin and gold is, with gold we had two morning star patterns consecutively connected to one another. So you had a morning star pattern in the beginning and then another morning star pattern. But with Bitcoin, On the support we have a hammer and then a morning star pattern. So the hammer was in the morning star pattern, which is what made this so powerful. It looks like an abandoned baby bottom. Honestly, it really does look like an abandoned baby bottom. So the rise of Bitcoin is something that's so very interesting, and we can compare it to the rise of gold. I don't know why I have not put myself in a position of gold. So what we're going to do is we're also going to put ourselves in a position of gold here. Talk about 10 units. We'll buy 1,000 is not enough, of course. So we'll buy 5,000. 1 unit. Again, we're not using any margin. Look at that, and buy pattern has appeared, which is the hammer. I hope you saw that. Did you see that green arrow that appeared? That was the buy pattern for gold. I saw this buy pattern on Saturday, so waking up early in the morning today would have been very much a benefit, just to enter the gold price. So let's look at the rise. This is a morning star pattern, right? So I'm using something called the bullish candlestick detector, which I created using BindScript. So this like bluish color represents a morning star. So there are two morning stars here, 1 and 2, and then there's this candlestick which opened up today, and then now we have a hammer right here which appeared just now. And then this is the crypto I saw before I jumped on the stream, and you can see it's very strong on the hammer. There's a hammer signal right here, very strong hammer signal. So one thing I also want to talk to you about is candlestick patterns. Like, candlestick patterns are very strong, and what you want is one to appear on the hourly chart, and then the other to appear on the daily chart. Just a second, I think I've left something on the stove. I'm making some coffee, so just give me a second. Let me just go check on my coffee or my tea. But meanwhile, just check out the rise of Bitcoin and the Morningstar pattern. Maybe just to make it easier for you while I'm not around. Check this out. Alright, that's the tweezer bottom. That's the resistance. So that's the tweezer top. I'm coming. Hello there, I'm back. Mhm. Just having my cup of tea. So this is a resistance, okay? So a tweezer bottom represents a resistance pattern. So gold is about to break the resistance to a new high, okay? And it's breaking that resistance with a hammer. So this tweezer bottom represents a resistance, okay? So gold is breaking a new high, okay? Let's do this. So gold is breaking a new high. So this is a tweezer tops somewhere here. These two represent the tweezer tops, and gold is breaking a new high. So that tweezer top represented a new high. I mean, resistance that gold is breaking. And then with Bitcoin, instead of tweezer tops, those are tweezer bottom. All right. So those two poles, but these two candles that you see here, this was a tweezer bottom, which represented support, right? Let's see it again. So the difference is the support. In Bitcoin, you see the tweezer bottom as support, while in gold you saw the tweezer top as resistance. So Bitcoin is rising from the support, meanwhile gold is breaking its resistance. So that's what's happening here. The tweezer top. So the difference is gold is breaking its resistance, right? The Bitcoin is rising from its support. So resistance is the price that people refused to pay for a product, or they refused to pay for gold. So gold is breaking that resistance. And I hope you enjoyed the video. I mean, tomorrow we're going to review these stocks. I think in the previous stream I talked about